Hi, and welcome to Telly Talk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and we're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own mind. Listener discretion is advised.
Almost had a very different introduction today.
Yes, I wasn't sure whether you were wanting that to be let on, but you have been obviously completely on holiday time recently, and you're like, I don't even remember what it is we do anymore.
I got to hi.
This is a podcast. That's where your brain just went, reset,
Words
what do I know?
needed.
It's a podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast. This is the Liv Show.
It took me a minute, but I'm here now. I had a great holiday.
Yes, welcome to the podcast, Living Large with Liv. To be fair, that could be a podcast. Yeah, we had a lovely time on holiday. Sorry we were gone. We're back for a bit, and then we'll be gone again for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure why we're bothering.
What are we going to do?
We're going to have a camping holiday.
No, I know that. I meant about the podcast.
Not do it while we're on a camping holiday, or we might do one midweek next week, maybe.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, because then we'll be back for a bit and then we'll be off
I know.
again. We're desperately trying not to have a break this summer, but it's really difficult.
Our tent is really missing us.
Yes. That's the reason.
Anyway.
Well, because we're not actively in the middle of covering a specific series at the moment, we're going to dip into something that we've mentioned in passing that we do watch, but we haven't covered on the show yet.
Yes, we watch it every week that it's on.
The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch.
Season
11. No,
what?
7.
Oh my god. I was going to say 7.
Do you know what? I sat down here and I went, I can't make Liv guess what it is because there's no way she's going to know. This isn't fair. And then you reversed it on me and I was just like, as confidently, it's 11.
Is it episode 11?
Yes.
Is it actually?
It is.
Okay,
yeah,
I was going to say that might be where you
I looked at number 11 and I did you at the beginning of the podcast. What do I miss at podcast? And I just went 11. I could have really styled that and been like, yeah, season 11. And you'd have been like, wow.
I did think, I don't think there's been 11.
But if I confidently if I'd have doubled down and gone, yeah, it's season 11, you'd have been like, wow.
Then we'd have had a long discussion about how I could not believe that there had been that many series.
And then I'd have made you leave it in, and then I'd have published it and been like, we were only on like season 7, right? And you'd be like,
right. This has happened before. It was about 12 years ago, and we went to the beach.
We did.
I might have spoken about this on the podcast before. It's fine.
Yeah.
We went to the beach, walking on the wet sand. You clearly had enough, and you wanted to walk on the dry sand, and you told me that we had to move to the dry sand because about the trapdoor crabs.
And to be fair, it was extra because you were like, well, I don't want my dog to get caught by the trapdoor crabs.
That was it, really, because I'd never heard of trapdoor crabs.
There's a reason for that.
It sounded like it wasn't real. But you were very convincing. You had a lot of information, a lot of detail about these trapdoor crabs, and I was worried about Max's paws, bless him. So we moved to the dry sand. Go to work, telling colleagues.
I immediately had I got my way, gone, out of my head.
Yeah, a few months have passed. Colleagues saying that they're going to the beach, and I said, oh, careful. You want to watch those trapdoor crabs with your dog.
You're sounding like a crazy person.
A few months ago, Ben told me all about the trapdoor crabs.
And what did they say?
Oh yeah, okay, I'll look out.
Oh
for them.
no! So there's probably a chain of people.
No, because then I told you it's a good job you told me about the trapdoor crabs because my friend's going, and you said I made that up, right?
Yeah. That's not real. You believe that? Oh man.
Then I had to go to work.
Oh no!
And tell my colleague that you had in fact made it all
The
up.
dramatic climb down.
Yeah. How humiliating. It's all your fault.
I like to think that there's this like unbroken chain.
Yeah.
It's still working its way around the world, that somewhere right at this moment someone is going, have you heard about the trapdoor crabs?
I think you stole a lot of the stuff from trapdoor spiders.
I very much did. This is my background as a D&D DM, just having to make stuff up on the fly.
Very good at it.
You just base it on something that's real. Every good lie is based in truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does sound like I sort of like had too much detail. That was probably like, if you look back on it.
No, because the thing is, the way that you told it, it was like you weren't fussed. Well, like if you want to stay here, you could get got by the trapdoor crabs. I never risked it as a child because I didn't want to.
You might not be attached to your toes. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine to stay on the wet sand, but if you want to risk the trapdoor
I
crabs...
thought you loved your dog, but you know, if you don't, that's fine.
Exactly. And you were like, look, every time his paws land, he could be got by the trapdoor crabs. And I'm thinking, panic arising within me.
I'm starting to worry that the downturn in the fortunes of the UK seaside town is partly due to my fabricating of trapdoor crabs.
Yes. It's all your fault.
It's all my fault.
I don't know how we got onto this subject. Oh, you're making up the series. This is, in fact, Series 7, Episode 11.
Wow, is this a record for the widest tangent at the shortest opportunity?
I think so. It's because we've had a holiday.
We're in holiday mode. We're demob happy. Liv is bringing up old vendettas.
Yeah.
Have you mentioned it on the podcast before? Probably because you are never letting it go.
Do you know, I do feel like I've mentioned this. It might be an old story.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you mention it every 5 minutes.
I mention it every time we go to the beach.
Yes, we do. Actually, did you mention it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I don't remember. You must have been talking to your dad about it.
No, I just don't think you were paying attention.
yeah, trapdoor spider. Yeah, well, don't I come across well?
Mm.
So this is the secret of Skinwalker Ranch, and the secret is there's a trapdoor crab under the ranch. No.
I think it's possibly more sinister than that, right?
It's aliens! It might actually be.
Yes, they have stuff going on there.
Yes! Yeah, I mean, which, to be fair, sounds really like damning it with faint praise, but compared to some things, that is quite good praise.
Mm.
Yeah, stuff is happening. Not so much this season, if I'm honest.
No, but what I mean is, stuff happens, and it's widely known in the area...
Yeah.
As an area where stuff happens,
Yeah.
reports of all sorts of things, and Brandon Frugal has decided to
Brandon
investigate.
Frugal.
Is that not his name?
Brandon Frugal. He's not really careful. Well, he probably is quite careful with his money.
He's
Brandon
a very
Frugal.
rich man. Is that not? What's
If
his
you're
name?
Brandon Frugal.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said Frugal.
Well, I said the Brandon bit.
Can I go off on a slight tangent? It is
Fine.
associated
I'm
with
so
Skinwalker
trying to keep
Ranch.
it. Okay, that's fine.
Well, okay, so you know Brandon Frugal owns the ranch.
Yeah.
I've told you this before, but do you remember who almost bought the ranch when it was
Johnny
up for
Depp.
sale? No.
I thought it was though.
No, it was, and you've blown his name. Robbie Williams.
Oh.
Robbie Williams is obsessed with Skinwalker Ranch and almost bought the ranch when it became available.
That would have been cool.
But I believe Brandon Frugal, being not very frugal, outbid him and won the ranch.
I'd be cross, except I'm enjoying this show. So.
I mean, this show would be really different if you just had Robbie Williams popping up every now and again.
Seeing angels instead.
What that millennium? They wouldn't be firing rockets. They'd be going, right, we're gonna get Robbie in to sing one of his hit songs at the Sphere.
That's
the
a bit
bubble.
rude, actually. Why haven't they done that? Brandon probably knows Robbie now.
Do you think? I mean,
I don't suppose it was blind bidding. You know
Maybe.
about it. No offence.
Do you know where I read it? Wikipedia.
Right, okay, great.
So yeah, I mean, disclaimer, it might all be bullshit, but that's what I read. That's what
it
my
could easily have been
sources
Johnny
told
Depp
me.
then.
Well, yeah, I guess. What celebrity would you most like to own Skinwalker Ranch?
Oh, let me have a think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know many celebrities.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this could have been a good question, but we're both like, I can't think of a single celebrity now that I'm on the spot.
I can think of Robbie Williams and Johnny Depp, and that is it.
No, I really wish the ranch was owned by Lady Gaga, because it would be mad.
Yeah.
That's
Gaga.
What did I say?
You said Gaga. No, that's...
Oh, for a second I thought I said something like Lady Gaga.
No.
And you were like, what are you doing, Ben?
Sorry, I heard many years ago when she was somewhat new that that's how she tested her mics and her music equipment, because she would just stand at them and go Gaga, Gaga. I don't know if it's true or not.
Gaga, ooh la la. Yeah, so that's my answer. Have you come up with anything?
No, I want to move on.
Or Brian Blessed, he'd just go and shout at everything.
I don't know who that is. So, this episode, no, this whole ranch, right, that's where we were.
This is going to be a long one.
Oh my god. This whole ranch has stuff going on. I said that. And it's the whole area, actually. And it's very close to Blind Frog Ranch.
Yes.
That also has stuff going on.
Yeah.
But this ranch focuses more on...
rockets.
Now.
Aliens.
I was going to say, yeah, it started off with... Well, I nearly said OAPs. Not that.
It's the Marlowe Murder Club meets aliens in Utah.
Unidentified flying objects. What's that?
UAPs.
UFO.
Okay.
It started off with
It's
UFOs.
UAPs.
No, I know. You have to listen to the story.
Okay.
It started off with UFOs for the first 2 or 3 seasons, and then they suddenly changed it up to UAPs.
It was because the terminology changed over that period of time, and also
Because of Travis.
Well, it turns out that, yeah, Travis was secretly, against everyone else on the show's knowledge, part of an official government task force.
Yeah, so he'd been working on the ranch for Brandon
Fugel.
for a couple of years, and then he started working for the government but didn't tell anyone for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then when he quit or he left or they fired him, we're not exactly sure, he was able to tell everyone.
Yes. When the task force sort of wound down, I think.
No, I think he got replaced.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Probably because he was on this nonsense TV show.
Well, who knows? Anyway, so they wanted to, when they brought out this show, give it some scientific backing to make it feel more legitimate. So Travis came in as a non-believer,
An
really.
astrophysicist.
He's an astrophysicist, and he did not believe that this sort of stuff was real and was happening.
Although he has been on The Curse of Oak Island as a sort of visiting expert theorist.
But when? Before this?
Yeah, before this, I think.
All right. Well, anyway.
And they were like, well, if you're willing to go on Oak Island, I reckon we could... Look at that hair. That hair is money. His hair... The storyline of this show is really his hairstyle getting more and more mad.
It's blonde and somewhat long.
And
longish.
Increasingly thinning and more erratic as time goes on.
Like mad scientist.
He is
styling.
slowly turning into a shorter-haired version of Georgios Tsoukalakis.
Talking of
Ancient
short
Aliens.
hair, you've had your hair cut.
I have, which is really helpful in a visual medium. So, again, if you want to update your mental image of me, instead of the long flowing ponytail that I used to have, I now don't have that, and it's shorter, and it made my children slightly confused.
They were fine. But it is now somewhat squashed by the headphones, so just bear that in mind.
Yes,
to your
I
mental
remember
image.
when I used to have gelled spiky hair when I was a lot younger and I worked in call centres, I'd always have the headphone bar across my gelled hair, which made me look ridiculous. And I put my headphones back on today and I went, oh no. I had Vietnam-style flashbacks of ridiculous hair. So that's a fun mental image for everyone on a non-visual medium.
You're welcome.
Yay.
What was I saying?
You were talking about my hair.
Oh, because I was actually talking about Travis. You got
Travis.
distracted by his hair. And we went from there.
So just in case anyone wasn't aware, we're sort of broadly talking about Skinwalker Ranch. We will talk about this episode, but we thought we'd talk about it broadly because we've been watching it a while.
Travis is the sciencey guy who very shortly after being on the ranch realised that there is stuff that he can't explain, but he is trying to explain
things
it.
are actually happening.
Yeah.
In increasingly shouty voices.
And then we also have another sciencey guy. What's his name?
Is that Eric?
Eric.
Eric Bard.
You can most often find him in the command centre, which is a place with like 8 screens that are actually TVs.
He's like, this has got my computers and aircon. I am sitting here.
Yeah. But this episode, he's actually out and about quite a lot because Travis is sick.
Yeah, so he is confined to his trailer.
So Travis is the one joining them remotely, and Eric is forced into the field, into the heat.
I find Eric an interesting character because he seems to know his shit, but he also sounds bored 99.9% of the time, like so criminally bored.
Well, he is the one that goes through all of the data.
Yeah.
So they do these experiments and they get all of these different data points, I don't know,
sure.
and he goes through them in minute detail and then just presents the highlights back to the team.
Well, and now he's written, or he, or possibly a team he's hired, has written this AI tool that does that for him now. MetaFrame.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I gave a spoiler warning at the beginning, Liv.
No, why are you ruining things for me? You didn't tell me about this before.
They told us about it on the show.
What?
Yeah, he explained it at the beginning of this season. I've got this new tool that I've built called MetaFrame, which processes the stuff for me.
Okay, so clearly what's happened is he's talking about techie stuff, and I've gone,
La
don't need
la
to know
la
that.
la
Yeah.
la. Boring.
Boring.
Yeah, to be fair,
Where's the rockets?
I would say on any given episode of literally any show like this that we watch, I think any given second there's a 50-50 shot whether you're paying attention or you're just in your own head.
Well,
La 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 la.
fine. But I don't know what to say now.
Sorry.
I do.
So let's talk about some of the other characters on the ranch. Because there's also...
They're not these are real people,
Sorry,
though.
yes, but they are characters as well. There's Thomas Winterton.
I like him.
And his leathery cowboy hat.
And he has a funny shaped skull now
Well,
because
no,
of the ranch.
It didn't affect his skull. In the before the show even started, he'd had a medical issue previously on the ranch where the skin on the top of his head started to go cone-shaped and it was really bad.
Yeah, but in the pictures they show...
The skull is the same shape. The skin is not.
They think it's to do with a radiation spike, which they have since noticed in other times and locations on the ranch, but it's not always there.
I did not know radiation could give you cone head.
Mm.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I admire him for being like, yep, I'm still on the ranch. This is fine.
He's not letting it beat him. But when Travis joined, they were all too scared to really do anything.
Yeah, do you remember? They were like, do not drill.
Do not drill, do not poke, do not lift.
Don't poke the ranch, it gets angry.
And then they compared it to a hornet's nest, and Travis I'm going to poke that hornet's nest.
And then they've just kept doing it.
And then he got radiation burns all over his skin.
Yeah, he lifted up the cover to the sewer at Homestead too, and he just got hit in the face with some radiation.
Yeah.
That'll teach you.
So, with that context, shall we bring everyone to today?
Brandon Fugel, who we've mentioned, is the owner, and he sort of flies in occasionally on his brother's helicopter.
Cameron
Fugel.
Fugel.
Who is CEO of an aero company of like private jets and helicopters.
Yeah, so we got rich owners here.
Yeah, you tend to find if you own a ranch in Utah, you're probably fairly well off, but this is well above Dwayne Ollinger levels, I think. Mm-hmm. Like, I get most of the... It turns out
they have fences around this ranch.
Yes, they do the thing that we say that they should do on Skinwalker, on Blind Frog, because they got monies.
And security and gates and stuff.
And, of course, it used to be a government ranch as well, so I imagine the government put in a lot of that.
That's true. That's a bit cheating, isn't it?
Well, it shows you they bought the right ranch, although there seems to be loads of cool stuff under Blind Frog, or at least... next to. Anyway, yes, but there is definitely stuff going down in Skinwalker Town.
So what do they do first?
Are we talking about the episode?
The episode.
Okay, so on this episode, we get Travis calling in sick.
Yeah.
I noticed that he was wearing a Quantum Frontier hoodie.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I didn't either, so I did some research. So that is his company that he founded alongside two other people, Jay Stratton, who we've seen on the show, who used to be his boss at that task force, and then someone called Lou Elizondo, who's like a really well-known person that keeps going, the aliens are real and the US has contact with them, and any minute now they're going to tell you about it. I'm a former insider, because he was worked at the Pentagon and Special Forces, and he was a whistleblower.
Right.
So the three of them have formed this company called Quantum Frontier that purports to do deep, advanced research into like advanced propulsion methods and all of this sort of stuff. They've got a very slick website.
And some cool hoodies by the sound of it.
Yeah, and a strong sense of promotion on the TV show they're on. So yeah, I was just like, I went down a bit of a rabbit hole. I did real research.
I did not notice what he was wearing.
If you're new to this show, do not expect this level of rigorous research going forward. The rest is just me going, they did a silly thing. Isn't that right, Liv?
Oh, yes.
So basically, this is an episode of two experiments. The first experiment is the 4,000-foot drone experiment.
I like that.
I liked it. It didn't go well.
They have drones sometimes.
Very often
this
season.
time they've got a special permit to go up to 4,000 feet, which is the highest permitted altitude for drones in the US.
Ever.
And it's rare.
Hence why it's the first one ever.
It's not the first one ever, is it?
Yeah, they said it's the highest the drones have ever been allowed to go for the whole of the US ever.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
But
again, good attention paying.
spoiler
Liv.
alert: they do not make 4,000 feet.
Well, for mysterious reasons.
They make 3,170.
Higher.
3,275 feet.
Oh, 3,271.
Anyway, and then it's almost like they have been. What did they say?
A kill message.
A kill message, because they all just suddenly turn off and fall to the ground.
Yes, and then everyone goes, they're falling! Run away! Get under cover! In the cars! Ah!
Yes, but although I don't think they fall inside the bubble, do they?
Well, they don't really fall per se. I think they sort of amble down a little bit. They make it seem like they're about to die.
Because a few seasons ago they literally fell. That was
and
fun.
they were sort of bonking people.
Yeah.
But only from like 100 foot up, so they probably only like biff you. But then there was hundreds. This time there was 4. Well, 5 if you count the first person view one, the FPV drone.
So this was quite good fun.
Yeah, it was. It's raining drones. Yeah, hallelujah! It's raining drones.
Yeah, I was thinking while we were on our little break that you hadn't been singing in the podcast for a long time.
Oh, yeah, I know. I need to make up for that.
Back on form.
Thing is, it's not something that I engineer. It just happens naturally. You can't force these. You can't force genius, Liv.
Okay, I wouldn't have quite called it genius, but
No, you wouldn't. But
here we are.
Here we are.
So the first 4 fall,
Yes.
and it looks like a kill message, right?
Yes.
So then they think, are we good? Should we do it again?
The guy who's in charge of the drones is like really stern. He's like, well, we've got some more drones. I'm comfortable in sending 4. Because their intention is to send like 100 drones.
Yeah.
Up. But they're doing like a test run with 4.
Wise.
Yeah, as it turns out. And he's like, well, if we can make sure that everyone's undercover. And I'm like, surely that should have been part of health and safety already.
So there's a big open truck, like van thing that they hid in. So he says, if everyone's undercover, we'll do another one. Great, everyone's in the van. As soon as they start doing stuff, they all leave the van.
Yeah, they all immediately
back into the open field.
Yeah, and which results in shock. They get to that same 3,271 foot level, and bam, we see it from the perspective of the sort of the first person view drone, because they've got another drone pilot who's got VR goggles on and is sort of flying another drone.
Yeah.
And we see the moment that these 4 drones cut out, and they all cut out in unison. It is like they've all been turned off.
The lights go off, the fans stop, and they just
fall.
The
fans? Do you mean the rotors?
I don't know.
The propellers?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fans.
They are little fans, aren't they? They're only small on a drone. Like little fans. Like those little handheld ones that you have in the summer.
Yeah, they're all powered by AA batteries, aren't they? Yeah.
Reliable.
Oh, apparently not.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. So what happens when you use cheap drones? They fall out of the sky again. And everyone's going, run away!
Back to the van!
We should not have stuck our heads out again. Just the amount of times everyone, like Looney Tunes style, just running for cover. And they were like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't send 100 drones up. That seems reckless. And I'm like, I want to see it though.
But also this company does not want to lose their drones, because those first 4 are out of action. Now these 4 are out of action.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see 100 drones falling from 4,000
Me too.
foot as Thomas Winterton tries to save his hat.
Yeah.
And Travis is going, oh my God, I ain't never seen the like of it. Fire a rocket at him. Which is basically what would happen. That was the most dramatic it's been in a while. Because they're focusing this season on the bubble, which is this invisible dome of energy that they've decided is there. And because you can't see it, it's quite dull.
Well, you think it's dull.
I do. I mean, previous seasons have been more visually interesting.
But this season you have the whole stuff stops working as they go through the bubble boundary. They've pulled like weather balloons and stuff through. I can see your face, but stop it. People will find it interesting.
Yeah, but it's not as cool as like when in previous seasons they've had that security camera pointing at a field, and then one frame there's nothing, the next frame there's a big silver dome in there, and the next frame it's gone again.
But when they're reviewing the footage of these drones falling out the sky, at some point there is a flashing light that appears for one frame and then is gone again.
That's true. That's interesting. I'll grant you. And this episode was more interesting around that. And also they see the FPV drone get shoved like 100 foot sideways
almost
at
like
the same
someone
instant.
just gives it a massive push,
Get out of it,
but
you.
mid-air.
Like when our dog tries to climb on my lap and stick his face in my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, get out of it, you. Except I'm more gentle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also see the second go around of the 4 drones. They get shoved about 100 yards the other direction before they then start falling.
Yeah.
So that is weird.
That is not how drones work.
No. That is no, that is generally
And we've
not.
also seen before with that other drone that other guy owns.
Yeah.
That's on the ranch more often. He's struggled to get his drone through the bubble boundary, and it sort of ricocheted off it a few times before he can get it through.
Omnitech Industries, also owned by Brandon Fugel.
No, it's not.
Yep, it is. Most of the companies that come on and do stuff, Brandon owns or it has a vested interest in. I don't think he has a financial interest in the Sky Tech drone company, because I did look up. But he does own Omnitech.
Oh, that's disappointing. I thought it was a one-man band. Anyway.
No.
So, drones.
So that was the drones. They tried to go high in the drones. They could not go high in the drones. And their theory is that something must be up there above the 3,271 foot mark that they don't want the drones to detect, because they had like magnetometers in them and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're theorizing that it's just this unseen entity going, not today, Bob.
Because the virtual reality drone just had a camera.
Yes, and
so there was no other tech in there.
So that was just annoying.
Yeah.
Yes. Get out of it,
Buzzing around.
Yeah. So yeah. But then they go, that's all well and good. But why? We can't see anything up there that's swatting all this stuff around. So we've been talking about getting Doppler radar in for ages. And I'm like, have you? Okay. So they're like, get the Doppler radar that's on a truck and wheel it in there and fire that baby up.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, Liv? The problem is, right, that Doppler requires normally, because it's weather radar, because obviously you'd use weather radar.
It's cutting edge weather radar.
But it does rely on water droplets in the air. Now, I don't know if you are aware of your meteorological topographical stuff for Utah in the summer. It's pretty dry. Not so much cloudage.
I am actually aware of that from my viewing of Blind Frog Ranch.
Yes.
Where all of those caverns were dry.
We watch a surprising amount of Utah-based programming.
Sister Wives, Blind Frog Ranch, this show.
Seeking Sister Wife.
Well, that was all over though.
Yeah, but there's a lot of it in Utah. Utah. So yeah.
It's dry, so there's no rain, so there's no rain droplets.
And, I mean, I think you can all... Everyone listening just knows what the solution to that is that the team come up with. The most obvious solution.
It's so obvious.
They're going to hang out the side of a helicopter and throw 100 aluminium bottles on little parachutes out of a helicopter.
Yeah. Great idea.
I was just like, okay.
I don't know how aluminium is like water, other than being reflective.
I think they said they had devices in them that did something.
Wouldn't they have been better just to chuck a bucket of water over the edge?
There's
some droplets.
Or maybe, to be fair, maybe all of the water-dropping aircraft were taken up in all of these wildfires.
No, I just meant a bucket of water.
Imagine having to just get this bucket of water and then get it in a helicopter, then fly it up.
Don't spill it.
I know, right?
Then all the equipment below would be wet, right?
I have a question about this that I mean, I'm not convinced you're going to answer it for me, but answer it for me. What was the point of this experiment? What were they trying to achieve? Because I understand that with the radar, they wanted to see if it would detect physical things up there that can't be seen with the naked eye. Mm-hmm. What's with the aluminium bottles?
Yeah.
Because they also fire rockets up. Everyone take a big drink for rocket. They fire rockets so much. They had...
they did the rockets, to be fair, to test whether the radar would pick up the cans. So if they can see the rocket going through on the radar, then they would be able to see the cans dropping.
Couldn't they have just dropped the cans to find out if they could see the cans?
No, because they're small and they might miss it.
Right. But they see the rockets.
Yeah.
And they see the cans. And in fact, they do a test run, which they see way more interesting stuff on.
Yes.
Because they detect this giant object just sort of moving around. Then we get this comedic thing of them going, oh my god, look up, guys, to the team that are in the triangle where they're...
On the ground.
And we get to see them all just look up and go,
Nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Clear blue skies.
And Travis is going, oh my God, there's a giant thing right above you. It's coming nearer. And they're going, I see nothing.
Did you see the complete blank expressions on the professionals?
The
of
doctors.
This?
I saw when he was going off on one a little bit, the woman doctor, whose name I forget, she was sort of sniggering a bit. I'm a bit like I feel like they might have been like, this isn't that unusual. And he's going, oh my God, you're going to die.
Like your reaction just now. Bit overkill. Yeah.
Well, it disappears and they go, well, it might have gone higher. So they angle the dish up and they go, oh, yeah, there it is.
Well,
and
first,
it goes again.
Well, Travis is like, it's gone. As fast as it came, it went. And they're like, well, let's just aim the radar in a different direction. There it is.
That was such a good accent. That was so him. Well
was
done.
it?
Yeah, I was impressed. You needed to be a little bit more unhinged, but the accent was there.
Okay. Good to know.
That would be my only notes for future performance. More unhinged. you need to be completely away with it, just like super convinced.
Okay.
But yeah, when they actually drop all of the aluminium bottles, it's like, we see them! Yay! But then they do note that none of the bottles land inside
That's right.
the dome or the bubble or whatever it's called.
Because they drop 2 lots, don't they?
Yeah.
And I don't know how many there were in total. I
think there was
200.
100 per tranche.
Yeah, so 200 in total. Dropped directly over the middle of the bubble.
Yeah.
And it seems like they all came straight down, hit the bubble wall, and then fell.
That's been a
all the
theme,
way
hasn't
around.
it? They're like, everything sort of hits the side of the bubble and goes
Slides down.
down the side.
Yeah.
That's how they go.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Yeah.
It was quite a good impression. I don't know how annoying that's going to be for people to hear.
Hope no one's trying to fall asleep to this.
Yeah. But that
So
is
that was
kind of it, isn't it? We don't have the results yet.
I'm still absolutely gutted that they've not wanged a rocket off of a drone or something like that. Every time they fire a rocket, because they're making this big deal of there being like UAPs up there and invisible things, I keep expecting to go whoosh, clang as it bounces off something. But no.
Yeah, the sound effects are getting a bit much for me.
Oh, what, my
Just
ones?
an editorial note for you there.
Yeah, but we are left with a very exciting ending to the episode and no preview for next episode because they're flying the helicopter back to land and Cameron, the pilot, and the people in there are like, oh my God, did you see that down there? There's a UAP near the ground, near the mesa.
Because in the instruments a few seasons ago, something was chasing the helicopter, but Brandon couldn't actually see anything in real life.
Now this time they can.
This
and
time.
we see a video of it, and it was a thing that was moving.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, is that a drone? And they're like, there's none of our drones up, they've all crashed.
They're all down.
Yeah, we fired rockets at them and shit. So yeah, that's it. And the next episode is called Hot Pursuit.
Yes, but we probably won't cover that on the podcast. This is a one-off.
I mean, who knows? We might cover that if that's what we've got for next week.
Oh, well, I feel like we've spent most of this episode talking about other episodes.
Yay!
So
because again, not a lot happened.
yeah,
this show used to be all action, and I feel like this season they've really spread it out a little bit. I mean, stuff happens each episode. It's just dull.
I don't know. I feel like it's always been the same. I feel like maybe you're just getting bored of it.
I think I found the other stuff in previous seasons more interesting. I am done with the bubble.
I think you also find other shows more interesting, like Blind Frog.
This would be better if they dug holes and like recklessly threw people in the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some spelunking and whatnot.
Yeah, you just need reckless peril.
Don't have that here.
I need more irresponsibility. I like the bit where the people almost got hit with the drones.
Yeah.
That was fun. See, it's raining drones, hallelujah.
Oh, yeah.
So, how are we going to do ratings? How would you rate this episode, Liv?
Well, I did like the drones bit. That is my favourite. That was my favourite last time when the drones fell out of the sky. So, this has got to be my second favourite.
We're a simple people.
Yeah.
Just give me drone peril.
But overall, I am going to give this... Do you know what? I'm going to be quite harsh and say 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10,
Because
wow.
I did fall asleep a little bit.
This is worse than the worst episode of Oak Island.
Well, this gets a fair score.
Yeah. At least you're admitting that it's unfair with Oak Island now.
I have explained myself. Anyway, yeah, I liked the drones. That was good. I don't get the tin can thing.
No.
Like, I feel like I'm
felt
missing
a bit
few
gimmicky.
steps. I just don't follow their logic.
Brandon's like, look, I'll be honest with you. I got a lot of these aluminium bottles lying around. Could you shoehorn them in somewhere?
And they just look like cans, actually, like Coke cans.
I will say, that looked like fun. I would have gone up strapped to the outside of a helicopter chucking little parachutey bottles out. That does look like fun. Pointless, but fun. Like, they'd have probably been better off just chucking ping pong balls out or something, but maybe they're not big enough.
Well, I said earlier about the reflective properties of a tin can.
Okay.
But I'm not sciencey minded, so it might just need a few more explanations in there for me.
What poor bugger has got to go and collect 200 aluminium bottles from the I was going to say the island, from the ranch after this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very distracted by potentially a big bee behind me. I can hear it buzzing.
It is pretty big. I don't know what it is. I think it's a moth.
I don't want it to be something horrible.
And on that note, that's all, folks.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time for something.
Something. Yeah.
Bye.
Toodles.